All right, it's Crockett 36, and here we are. We are playing Axis and Allies Global with a 1940 with a technology twist. Let's get an update on the big Axis turn. We're into the neutrals here, so the neutral Swiss went over to the Italians, moved down into northern Italy, and the boot is stacked right now. But that's it. That's the only Italians on the board. We had a potential attack on Spain that withdrew and protected Western Germany and Paris, and then a potential assault on Afghanistan and India and the Middle East went back to Moscow. Huge stacks in Moscow. And he asked me whether or not I wanted to continue the game, and I said I just wanted him to defeat my armies on the field. I've got huge armies on the field. He was able to place, I think, 23 units as the Germans. But out here, 6. He only placed 6. Here, he placed 6. He did place a bunch of units into Siam and Malaya. So that's the first incursion onto the mainland in a long time, and so really the game is extremely exciting and intense. So he did attack Caucasus. By the way, I did not have an airplane there. I took my video, so you get one more mech, not mech, mobile artillery. Self-propelled artillery, and is Japanese. I thought this was a mistake. Thought he should have moved the Japanese to Tambov as the can opener. Thought you should have covered that, and then that would have made my skirmishes. I'm about to do a ton of skirmishes ineffective because I would have had to protect my main force. As it is with my, the great thing about the mobility of my forces is that I don't have to stay in Ukraine. I don't have to protect that. That ground is only advantageous to me, but I don't have to protect it. I don't have to stay there. I can go other places. I could go back and attack Italy right now with a huge force. So very interesting game, and really, really intense. Can opening is generally out of the game, which helps the Allies quite a bit. But convoys are in the game big time, with convoys here, here, and here against the Chinese. I got to put 4 black dice up there, as well as over here. I was able to put $6 worth of damage on Germany, and more to come as I move my subs, 3 subs into position. This would get 4 dice. I usually like to put them as 6s when it's their first turn convoying. Okay, so we've got a lot of convoys to do. We do have a bombing raid or 2 to do, so that's exciting too. That's always fun. And we'll see if he sends up his bombers with the bombing of Moscow. So I think that's probably what we're going to do, is try to coax those planes into the air and have a little fight. So we got tons. Really, there's a lot of payoff in this turn. There's just a ton of payoff. The payoffs, for instance, with the transports. I was able to preserve these 3 transports. They're going back to 92, in which a scrambling fighter is going to protect them. Now it doesn't actually need protection because there's no planes on the board on this side, and the purchase of planes like these and these is paying off because I've got resources and they're more quick on the board. So ground units are awesome, and he's building a lot, but the mobility of the transports, I could even put a naval base in there just to boost that even more, or an air base in there to protect that section, is really coming in handy. And of course, then this is what I call fixing the board. So this the Spanish beachhead is awesome in the sense that it's only 1 turn in, 1 turn out. So these 4 are actually going to be recouped. I mean, I could put them in 92. That gives me greater flexibility, a little further deeper penetration. And we all like deeper penetration, right? And so these 4 are going back here, and I'm saving 6 times 4 because shipyards, $24. That's going to go right into equipment that I can equal his input of. So six guys over here, and 6 minus 24 is 15 over here. So he's preserving, but this was a real step backward for him as he prepared the spring. So I've got a tricky situation because I've got 3 armies. His force could easily defeat one of those armies, and perhaps even, if he got as lucky as he did for the Battle of Moscow, take a few casualties. So I've got to be very tricky because these armies are actually in the position where they can do the most damage, which is to pin him. So if I step one step forward, boom, he kills an army, and then is able to spring back to Moscow in time. So I've got to be very careful. And these are not offensive armies; they're defensive. So probably the move is to go to Qinghai and to Kansu, and then combine and go to Novosibirsk next turn. And that way, there is no way, well, very little way in which he would be able to completely wipe it out without major loss, because that'll be plus 40 units. So we'll see how that goes. But what are we doing? So exciting round. I've got to get ready for work, but $77. Most of that, honestly, is going into. Now, he did put in some troops here. I do have to put out a destroyer blocker, which I did build last time. So obviously, I need a destroyer. So let's see if we can. So I just got caught up. I'm preparing for a hunting trip. I haven't hunted in years. I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to see if we can do this real time, because unfortunately I don't have the time to prep it all and do it all the way off map. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so let's see. I need the destroyer. Let me put it right like this. Okay, so 1 destroyer at least is going. No, that's a cruiser. Do not have my reading glasses on. So here it is, the money, and I'll put it out here. Let me put it onto the historical board gaming thing. There we go. And then we have lots of infantry, and we may chintz on this. No. I'm sorry. I have that self-propelled artillery. So that is huge. So I am going to put that down. And then, of course, we're going to fill our boats. There's 4 boats right now. I think I'm going to buy some more. So each of those is a green chip. The green chip symbolizes 3. Okay, that's the boats that are coming back from 91. And now I need some boats that are coming back from, I need some new boats. So right now we've got 77. This is $7. So we've got 70 left. And this right here is 4 times 4, 16. And 4 times 3 is 12. 16 and 12 is 28. So I've got $42 left. Nice. So I've got to try to match him. Ground troop for ground troop. Okay, so let's put up there that maybe we can grab 2 more. 28, so $28 more off of 42. So 30 off of 42 would be 30 off of 42 would be 12. So we can't do that. So it's got to be less than that. So let's go with 3. So 3 times 4. Let's see if this will work. 3 times 6 is 18. That brings us from 42 to 22 to 24. 24, and then 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times and 9. 12 and 9 is 21. That's correct. That's the ticket. Okay, so we may have to So this is the additional transports that I'm purchasing. Now this is just for the big shock value. For Schultz, we're hoping to discourage him, play the psychological warfare game. What are we putting on Europe next round? Next round we're putting on 8 plus 6 is 14. He put on 23. The Brits are going to put on, let's see, into this area, the Brits will put these units. That's so with these 8 and that's 14 units. With these, obviously he's putting on 4 more because I've got a improved factory. So that's 14. That's 18. And then these units, I could count these as well. 18 plus 4 more, that's 22. With these units, I've got a healthy amount of income. I've got 16. So that's could be with mechs, that would be 4 more. 16. So we got 14, 18, 22, 26, and of course, so it's a fairly even. He's putting on 23. He put 2 here. That's 25. So right now, logistically speaking, we are the same. We are matching with me having a slight advantage. Hopefully, I can make up that advantage with my convoys as well as my bombers. But it's fairly even, and let's see how this goes. I need to purchase some more subs, but I don't think I can do it. So he did invest, and as long as I have the 1 sub out there, there's only 1. So he got the planes off the boats, which means he's kind of falling back a little bit, even though he did reinvest in the Navy. Okay, I'm gonna be cool with that. So that is 7. That's $70 left. $70 minus 3 times 6, 18. That's 70, 50, $52 left. $52 and 7 times 4, 52. This is $28. 7 times 4. So then that's $30 off of 52 is 22 plus $2 back is $24. And this is 7 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21. So I could buy 1 more plant. Let me just do an account over here on the resources coming in here. I've got 4 boats filled, and with the transports, I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I've only got 10. I can only fill 5 boats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness, I've got 4 boats left over. I don't have to buy any boats. Okay, that makes a huge difference. Oh wow. Okay, that makes a huge difference. So a mistake last turn is actually going to help me a lot. So with that $3 plus the 18, that's 21. I'm going to be able to buy some more. So $21 more is going to lead me with, let's say 2, that's 8, and 2, that's 6. So we'll go with 3, 12. Yes, that's it. 3 more apiece. Wow. Okay, so that actually just spiked the game, the logistics game. So all of our calculations about logistics so now we have 6 and 4, that's 10. 6 and 4 is 10. That's 30. And then we have 40. That's 70. 77. So that is actually 20 units. So that just 24, 28, 32. So now we are, logistically speaking, beating him. But I'm only putting one unit over in the Pacific, but he didn't put much. He did put three or four up here, I think. Does he have any destroyers up there? I don't think I saw a destroyer in this recap. That's interesting. Okay, so I did want to roll the British tech dice first because it might be important, and I did want to do that. So I'm going to roll the British tech dice, even though it's the American turn. Okay, I do get a 6, and this one goes back. All right, and we're going to choose. Okay, are we going to choose chart 1 or chart 2? Okay, so I have these funky reading glasses. I should be. Okay, so super subs not valuable. Nope. Jet fighters, nah, not really. I'm not a PIP guy. Improved shipyards, radar, long-range aircraft. I do not have that as the British. That would be helpful. Heavy bombers, that wouldn't be terrible. War bonds would be the best. Each Mac is matched with. I think we have got to fix this, Schultze, because I don't think this really, because we've already got that. Paratroopers from air bases. No. Rockets. No, we're not using rockets. This is super carriers. And that Mac. All right, I'm guessing I'm going with Tech Chart 2. Yes. The war bonds would be awesome. Tech Chart 2. 5. Long-range aircraft. Okay. Long-range aircraft it is. All right. That does help. I'm not sure it helps this turn. Okay. Okay, so this is preparatory. I'm not sure I can get much done, but let's see if I can get anything done. Okay, so there's some pretty obvious stuff we do. We're going to do some skirmishes, and then we're going to move everybody up. So, for instance, I'm going to do everything. So we're skirmishing everywhere. So basically, I can pull a raid on the entire coast. But I do want to destroy this because it's pretty obvious this has to be killed. There's no blitzing tank. I do have 4 there in the aircraft. Okay, so let's see. The British can also get big money too. Okay, so let's take over some obvious things. All right. Okay, so one guy goes into Southern Europe. Okay, so that's pretty obvious. All right. All right, and then I think this is a bombing raid here, I think. You know, pretty obviously we have to take out these. I think I'll let the Americans do the fighting, and the British are going to do the British are more able to join up with this force. So that's what they're going to do. Oh, the Russians, the only thing that they did on this turn, perhaps, would be to take Samara. I want to be able to block that, and I'm going to waste 1. The Russian move is to go into Kansu. Okay, and then but I'm going to either both go into Kazakh or Novosibirsk next turn. So that's the dealio with them, with the Russians. And then, so the Russians would be 18 units and 2 anti-aircraft in Kansu, 1 in Samara. Tunguska goes. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, you know what? I could actually go to Kazakh instead. I kind of like to get rid of this Japanese marker even more than the German. I'm going to go to Kazakh and take Kazakh back. That's just a little safer landing spot. Yeah, and it might survive, actually. He might not venture out. Okay, so then I think, yeah, I will take the artillery, which are the superpower guys. That's 3. And we'll take 3 of the guys here. So this chip becomes a 2 chip. Becomes a 2 chip. And that leaves 1 infantry behind to capture the factory. Okay. That becomes an American factory. Love it. Okay. Okay, and that used 3 transports. I'm just going to do that real quick. I'm going to change that out so that we can get 1 transport out of there. Okay, that transport will eventually end up down here. I'm going to put that on a dice as non-combat. I just don't want to forget it. This is a non-com already done. Okay, so all right, let's see. I don't particularly like that, but I'd rather let the Americans grab everything. So probably, as much as I want to bomb that, I think I will actually take the bomber in there because I want that battle over fast. He has 4 and 2 for 6. I get a bombardment, so let's get some dice out just to prepare myself. Those are do not want those killed. Oh, and I am producing obviously 3 men over there. Ooh, I gotta remember that. Jeez. Okay, so 6 dice for the ground units, and then my 2 dice for the fighters, and my dice for the bomber. His would be Grasshopper 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Okay. What else is there? So over here, obviously, we have to do this battle, which I'm going to take the 2 subs and destroyer into. Yes. Okay, and again, I did say that I was putting 3 infantry into. If I mistakenly don't do that, I am doing that. Okay, so that's 3 subs. Okay, 3 subs would be 2 subs and a destroyer, and then so I have a destroyer, so I get to fire back, and if I hit them, by the way, they actually sink before mine do. So I'm going to use a funky green dice, a big green dice, to indicate the destroyer. But I get first shot on those destroyers, oddly enough. So, and I'm going to take one sub and attack that destroyer. No, I'm going to take two, actually. 2 subs and attack that destroyer. Yeah, let's do a little skirmish. Let's keep him spending money. Okay, I think that's it. I could do something like raid Holland, Belgium, even Denmark. I wish I could get those Russian ships out of there. But I think that's it. So let's roll some dice. Those are pretty obvious moves. Then we'll let the British just expand, and they can buy some more aircraft. One thing is I see an American ending over here. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to not do the capture of Western Ukraine. I'm going to go to Rostov, actually. I'm going to go to Rostov. Yeah, that's better. Because I've got people that can take Volgograd. Yep, totally forgot about that. All right, I'm going to go to Rostov instead. That opens up the path to Volgograd, Stalingrad. Okay, so let's do the battle here. And let's get the Americans on their way. Oh, and I have a bombardment, which is a big blue dice that does not go in the second round. So there's all my forces. There's all of his forces. Here we go. Okay. I do see 3 hits immediately with grasshopper dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 6 hits and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Good. He's dead, and I have 3 wounded. I mean 3 killed. So my infantry die. Then my super-powered, whatever that's called, self-propelled artillery. And the Japanese are out of here. His can openers are gone, and 4 of his self-propelled are gone. Okay. Super duper. Probably as good as I can expect. Okay, so then over here, I'm going to roll my... Remember that I'm going to roll first the subs. I like to roll everything together, but in this case, the subs have to be rolled first because we wouldn't know which hit. So there we go. And I do get a hit. So one of those subs is gone and cannot fire back. So he gets to fire back, and he misses. Everything fires again. And a sub hits again, and that sub does not get to fire back. Interesting feature. First time that happened to me, I was like, what? You're kidding. Okay, and then also the 2 subs versus the destroyer in 16. And that's a miss on everybody's part. And that's 3 hits. Okay, so everyone dies. So therefore 1 sub left over. The 2 subs are without. Okay, so I have the option right now of actually saving my subs. Oh, so let's see. What could I do here? I could actually take a cruiser. No, I wouldn't, because the cruiser could go past the cruiser shield. His subs can go past the cruiser shield. All right, let's get that destroyer placed over here, by the way. All right, let's land everything. The bomber can come back. We're going to be blocking, so I think we'll just put them in there. So fighters will come back to there. And let's get these out here. This will move on to here. I'm suspecting that I am close to running out of time. 29 minutes, 6:30. Okay. Okay, so then sub from here goes to here in case he wants to try to capture it back. This one goes all the way to here. 1, 2, and 3 on its way to Norway, to Convoy, Norway. And then this one will go to, it's got to make its way there anyways, so I think we're fine there. Just in case he decides. And then this destroyer will come back. Okay, these 4 transports go back here. And I'm bringing over 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. 13, 14. Okay, so that's that I believe is okay, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. So we need 8 transports. Unless I don't bring these. Let's not bring the anti-aircraft. I don't think they're useful. So we're going to bring 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 is 7 transports. So we need these 5. We need 2 more. That will leave me with 4, 5, 6. 6 transports. 6 transports. Yep. All right. Okay, so I've got to decide what to do with the planes that are there. Okay. The planes that are here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They do not scram. They cannot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll march a guy. He can't blitz, so they can't blitz through that. So they actually cannot get back to Spain. I don't necessarily need these here. That's the crazy thing is the destroyer. You know that sub that was up there? I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to put the destroyer up into 112. And then I'm going to bring this sub over here. There's nothing like convoying that to death. I will put, no, I'm going to poison pill Normandy Bordeaux in case. I don't think he's going to do that because that could be turned into an American factory. I do not think he wants to do that. But just in case he does, I don't think he wants to do that. Nope, I'm going to leave that here. Okay, so I'm trying to decide what to do. I'm going to bring these boys, the cruisers, into this zone right here. And I want to bring this destroyer into here as well, because it has no planes in the area. I have 7 transports here. I have 4, 5, 6 transports. And I have a bunch of men. That looks good to me. Took over Rostov. Is that clear that I have Rostov? That is not clear that I have Rostov. And I have the Caucasus. So that's, okay. Okay, that's, okay, so as far as, that's it, I think. If I move this back to Gibraltar, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I can get them to Ukraine next turn. I'm going to put these on in Malta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Malta. No fear there. of reprisals from the Germans. And I've got plenty I'm going to put down. So over there, I have 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, so I can place 6. So I did need to buy stuff, which is a little disappointing. I will put 3 units into Ukraine, 3 of these self-propelled artillery. Whoops, that's 4. That's not 3. Increased factory production would be helpful, huh? Okay, and then I will put down the rest into Western. And that way next turn I'll be able to buy more stuff. Now obviously there's, I have to put in both because you can only produce 10 out of each of those, but I'm putting down 20. So somewhere in the mix here, there's, it should be 20. Okay, so, but they all go into the same C zone. So I will be short transports. Okay, so that's America. Let me do that real quick because I got to go. We have a destroyer built in 10. We have a sub in 16. We have a destroyer and 2 subs in Midway 25. We have 6 carriers, 2 cruisers, 1 battleship, 1 British battleship. Then right here we have 5, 8, 9. 9 plus 3 plus 3 more. 9 and 6 is 15 subs here, 2 here, 1 here, 1 destroyer. Okay, that's the Americans out in the Pacific. And then over here we have, let's start here. There are 3 self-propelled artillery in Caucasus. There's 1 infantry in Rostov. There's the mech. Okay, the mech. The mech will actually go to Bryansk and take Bryansk. Okay, sorry I didn't see the mech and all the confusion there, and that'll give me, is there any way to get more money? I do like more money. The mech can go to, if I do the mech to Bessarabia, he can grab Romania. But he's got plenty of boats to grab Romania with. I'm going to do the blocking move into Bryansk. Someone's got to do it. Yep, the blocking move into Bryansk. Okay, so one mech into Bryansk, 1 infantry in Rostov, 3 self-propelled artillery in Ukraine, and 1 bomber in there. In the C-100, there's aircraft carrier, 2 fighters, and 1 cruiser, and 3 transports. And then in 98, there's 1 transport. In 97, there's a destroyer. Malta has 6 fighters. Coast of France has 2 subs. 92 has 3 subs. Destroyer, 3 cruisers, 3 transports in 92. 7 transports in 91. 6 transports. Yep, 6 transports in 101. Excuse me. And then there's 20 ground units. Let's see, there's 3. No, there should be. Yeah, I can do it easily. 3, excuse me. 3 and 4 artillery, and 3 infantry, and 4 anti-aircraft in Eastern. And then in Central, there's 4 and 7 infantry. In Spain, there's 4 self-propelled artillery, 1 tank, 2, and 7, that's 9. 10, 11, 12, 12, and 2 is 14, 12, 14, and 4. 14 and 4 is 18. So 1, 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 18. 18 infantry in Spain. And that is America, turn 10. As far as money goes, crap. Okay, so I've got the $70. Usually you start with plus the 2, 72, plus 3 is 75. 2 more, 77, 79, 81, 82, 83, 84. $84. Did I save any? I did not save any. $84. So $84. And that is $3 behind the Germans. And we do not have to buy transports. Well, no, we do have to buy one more set of transports. All right. No, we don't. Actually, 7 times 20. No, maybe we do. Okay, that's Crack 36 out.